didn't come here tonight to get anybody upset at BP. As you know, they're doing a good enough job on their own. We've come here to support this wonderful place we call the Florida Keys. To start things off, I'd like to bring up here the Dean of Marine Biology of the Florida Keys Community College, the man that makes this all happen, Dr. Patrick Rice.
We're only 2.5 weeks old at the Florida Keys Environmental Coalition, a coalition of concerned citizens, civic groups, organizations, and associations throughout the Keys. I'm as concerned as the rest of you. We've all seen what's going on, and we are in an environment that cannot tolerate inept responses. It's too sensitive. It's too critical. We are all working together as part of this coalition to come up with alternative responses. If they can ever cap this thing, we might stand a chance. See, we've done a lot of training here at fkcc. You guys can clap anytime you want. I'm trying to bring you good news, trust me. This is part of what it's all about. We in the Keys, we have tremendous people. This is an example of how special you guys are. I mean, you guys, plenty of people have paid for this hazardous materials training out of their own pocket because they don't want to wait for BP. If we wait, we're going to fall into the same problems that other places in the northern Gulf of Mexico are. And we can't afford that here. So we're looking at some proactive measures. Boy, I tell you, I could go on and on. We've got a lot of really different proactive things. We're looking at the use of microhabitats as well. I don't want to get too technical again. And the idea is that, I can talk and talk and talk, and I can try as hard as I can to get these ideas through. But a demonstration is worth more than 1,000 words. And we're going to show it. We're going to quit talking, and we're going to start showing. So I just have to say I'm very, very proud to be a member of this community. I can promise you this, that I'll keep working as hard as I can to try and come up with outside-of-the-box thinking and ideas that can help protect us, because the contingency plans that they have right now, although are very thorough and very detailed, 727 pages, but they're all designed for a tanker crashing close by. They're not designed for an oil spill that's occurring 450 miles away being hit with dispersants at depth, okay? So tar balls coming at 30 feet, booms are not going to stop that. So I just want you guys to know that I'm going to keep on trying. As God is my witness, I will not stop. We'll all work together, and I'm optimistic that we're going to be able to make a difference, and we're going to set an example for the rest of the country and the world.
When we show up and say that we represent thousands of people in all these organizations and we are the life and blood of the Keys, they listen, and then that's why it's important that you are all here. And every time we need something done, and every time we need numbers to show up, and all the things we're going to be asking you to do, is not just to show up and make yourself feel good. It's very important that you come out and you're actively involved in this, because numbers mean power, and power means pressure, and that's how we get things done. So thank you very much for that. Because we know that we don't want to wait until we have anything on our shores. We don't want to fight the fight here. We don't want to fight the fight at Smathers Beach and Marvin Key and Ann's Beach. That's not what we want to do. We want to make sure that we work collectively to put pressure on the people that make the decisions for the fight to be fought 450 miles away from here, west of the Dry Tortugas. That's where the battle line has to be drawn, not here. Is in charge, but the law's changed. They have a special category group called NGOs, non-government organizations, and we have standing. That's exactly who we are. We have just as much right to protect ourselves as anybody. But to do that, we have to follow a particular protocol. We have to be trained. We have to know the lingo. We have to know exactly what has to be done up there. We can't guarantee that we're not going to have a tar ball bounce up against one of our shores. But we certainly can guarantee, as of right now, come on, we have the cleanest waters, as Patrick Rice said. Therefore, we have the best diving and the best fishing and the best snorkeling and the best kayaking and the best food and the best margaritas. I've been waiting to say that. Yeah. To continue with this, we have one of our main people of our steering committee. I'd like to bring up from Islamorada, which again only shows this is not just a Key West thing, this is a Florida Keys thing. Please welcome Barry Ray, member of our steering committee.
Good evening, citizens of the Florida Keys, and good evening, citizens of the Conquering Republic. Aren't you proud to have people like Ed Russo and Dr. Rice as members of our community? Yeah! Woo! All right. What this movement needs is you. We are nothing. We are a committee that makes decisions, but without this force, we are nothing. We need you to commit your time, to commit your energy, to make phone calls, to support the actions, to work in unity. We need to work as a unified voice. Tonight, we are launching our ribbon campaign. Everybody will dress this world of the Florida Keys with blue and green from head to toe, every yard, every door. You walk out of your house, you dress your car, you put that big bow on the front, and when you do it, you say, from the blue of our ocean to the green of our Keys, we are united. I look around me, I see some of the most resilient, some of the most capable, some of the most independent, some of the most leader-oriented, some of the most loving people I've ever met in my life. That is the reason why I moved here. That's the reason why most of us moved here. And that's the reason why we will protect this place with every fiber of our souls. And I want to thank each and every one of you for showing up here tonight. Thank you so much.
Barry Ray, everybody. You'll be here all week. Well, that's good. Well, we need to do things. Well, the question is, well, how do you do things? To answer that question, the chairman of our Coalition Volunteer Task Force is here to give you the mechanism to get involved in everything we do. Ladies and gentlemen, Diana Dodson. Diana, please come up here. Ladies and gentlemen.
First, I want to say what an honor it is to be in this community. If our dog gets sick, we throw a benefit. I thank you all for coming. I love this place. Now, as Barry said, we've started the Blue and Green Ribbon Campaign. And it is actually for the blue of our oceans to the green of our Keys, we stand united. And we want this to go all throughout the Keys and all throughout the country. And hopefully that we'll show a message to BP and the world that we are united. I'd like to speak a little bit about volunteer coordination. I've set up a Facebook page, and under discussions it will have task forces. We are really pulling together this organization. Anyway, we have to work with the Coast Guard through this through NIMS program. It's a National Incident Management System. Every one of you can go to FEMA and take that class online. It takes about an hour and a half. It's very important to understand the structure that we're going to need to work under so that we can work with the Coast Guard, so that we are local experts, Dr. Rice and all the volunteers can have a voice. So please go to the Facebook page. It's the Florida Keys Environmental Coalition on Facebook. You'll get all kinds of information there. You can sign up for different tasks. I'll be able to communicate with you and give you messages. Sophia is a 16-year-old volunteer. She's been passing out the ribbons. And she read this, and it's very beautiful, and I'd like to read it for you. I pledge allegiance to the earth and all the life that it supports. One planet in our care with love and sustenance for all. Thank you. And thank you all so much.